Now, international talks on Iran's nuclear program have resumed after a 5-month hiatus. The meetings in Vienna include representatives from China, Germany, France, Britain and Russia. The talks are meant to bring Iran back into compliance with a deal it signed in 2015 that's supposed to ensure it doesn't acquire a nuclear weapon. Now, the US abandoned that deal 3 years later under the Trump administration. Iran then went on to step up its enrichment of uranium and limited access to international inspectors. But now the parties are trying to update the agreement, with the US participating indirectly. And Yunus Sangi-Abadi is Executive Vice President of the Institute for Peace and Diplomacy in Toronto, Canada. We asked him earlier what chance of success these negotiations have.
I don't think it's the last chance, and complex negotiations like these can take a while. And this was the case even with the previous or initial agreement known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action. And look, today was just the first day of negotiations, and it's just too early to make an assessment whether there's going to be a deal reached or not. But I see positive signs and signals coming out of Vienna. And this makes me optimistic about the prospect of Iran nuclear talks. And let me tell you why I am optimistic today more than I was weeks ago before the negotiations restarted. First, Iran has agreed to continue the negotiations where they were left off with the previous administration. This means that there's not going to be more time spent nor dedicated on renegotiating what was already negotiated with the previous government. And it means that now there is a foundation upon which that more issues could be discussed and potentially resolved by other parties to the nuclear deal. And another positive development is the fact that two working groups, one specifically on sanction relief and another one on Iran's nuclear activities, will be restarting their work in order to bridge the gap between the demands and expectations between Tehran and Washington.